When people ask me what I do, it's really hard to answer them, but basically I construct these very elaborate three-dimensional scenes using common everyday objects. When you first look at the scene, it seems quite ordinary. It might look like, say, a kitchen, but when you look more carefully, you see that the chair backs are cheese doodles, and the stove is actually a Walkman, and the burners are little plastic spiders. We photograph the scenes, and the photographs become the illustrations for my lookalikes books. The challenge of the books is to find all of the hidden objects, and most of the scenes have more than 100. Sometimes I also convert the scenes into dioramas, which I display, and people really enjoy seeing the original artwork. I do a ton of research for every single project, and the research is just to look through books usually, or magazines. Occasionally I'll go out and take photographs. I don't replicate specific objects or buildings or scenes, but I'm looking for the details of things. I actually often draw things to help embed the shapes in my mind so that when I'm out there in Walmart or the supermarket or the dollar store, it'll hit me, oh, that's just like the shape of the cathedral window, or that's like the shape of a sofa. So the research is very helpful. Some scenes start with just one idea that just goes, oh yes, you know, like I'll be driving down the street and I see a cement mixer. Mustard bottle, yes. And then, of course, that suggests, how can I use a mustard bottle? And then I think, okay, I'll make a construction site. And then I go do the hard part of trying to find everything else that works with the mustard bottle. And then I find way too much, and so I have to make the scene bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is the first piece that I put into a display case. And making it into a display is a whole separate process. I just take them in sections to the photographer. They're open all at the top and at the sides so that we can move things a little bit and get lights in there. People ask me a lot, how in the world do you preserve the things that are in there, the food things? And the really scary thing is how well some of this stuff keeps without my doing anything to preserve them. These pretzels and Ritz crackers are 5, 6, 7 years old. I don't even know. The only problem with them is that they fade sometimes, but it's kind of creepy how well they keep. Other things don't keep so well, and I have to substitute them from time to time. For example, the apricot here started out as orange, and it's gotten pretty black by now, so I'm going to have to put some new apricots in. And in another piece with cheese doodles, the cheese doodles never spoil, but they do fade over time. And I just happened to notice that if you put an egg cup next to a dental floss container, wow, a toilet. And so I thought, oh God, how am I going to use a toilet? It was so just right, you know, so I thought, oh, I'll make a dollhouse. I just couldn't decide what style I wanted. It all had to be kind of a complementary style. I had to just try things for 6 weeks or so before I even got a sense of just the look I wanted. Yes, I had some dollhouses as a child. Those were metal standard ones, but they weren't important experiences for me. I know people always associate this work with dollhouses, but I don't like the association. I feel it trivializes what I'm doing. I don't know what word I like better, constructions or environments or even dioramas, but I try to discourage the dollhouse association. It's really fun to see people's reactions to these dioramas. because at first it just looks like what, you know, a sweet shop or something, a little diorama of a sweet shop, and then all of a sudden they go, wait a minute, that's a pretzel. Then they call over, hey, Mabel, come on over here. Look, there's a pretzel. And then they get it.